Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Titilayo and welcome to my channel. So if you're watching this video, if you saw the thumbnail and you clicked, it's either you're in the UK or you're planning to go to the UK. And why am I interested, or why am I talking about the UK? Is because I lived in the UK for almost 3 years before I moved to Canada. And we've heard recently about the new changes to the immigration system in the UK. So I just felt like, okay, having moved from the UK to Canada, I should, say some things about what the recent changes. Guys, it's not even funny at all. When I heard about the news, I was like, we're still trying to manage to do Japa, and this is just come and make things worse. Like, it's unthinkable. When Kemi Badenoch, Auntie Kemi, came out to talk about ILR taking triple of what it used to take, like, everybody was like, she must not be in her right senses to say something like that. To our surprise, the Prime Minister came out, presented a white paper, and amongst many things, one of the things he mentioned was that ILR in the UK, which means indefinite leave to remain, will now take 10 years instead of 5 years. So guys, I know for people that are not in the UK, let me just say, usually ILR, which is indefinite leave to remain in the UK, always takes 5 years. So we have the 5-year route and then we have the 10-year route. So in the UK, you need an employer to issue you a certificate of sponsorship to put you on the path of skilled worker visa that will lead you to your indefinite leave to remain after you have spent 5 years on that skilled worker visa. So you can either do this immediately after school, or you do it 2 years, that's after you've gotten your postgraduate studies, which is 2 years. Then it's either you change in between the postgraduate studies or you change after. This is plenty story. Sure, the way it works, there are two popular routes. If you get your certificate of sponsorship directly from your home country, you spend 5 years on that visa and then change to ILR. From ILR, you spend 12 months on it and change to citizenship. Or you spend 10 years cumulatively in the UK, either the years that were spent on your visa or your student visa or your postgraduate studies or any other visa route in the UK, cumulatively for 10 years, and then you can apply to settle in the UK because you have lived in the UK legally for 10 years. So most people usually target the skilled worker route because it's shorter. Even if you spend 1 year on your studies, 2 years on your post-studies, 5 years on your skilled worker, that's still 8 years compared to you spending 10 years in the UK. The new Prime Minister now is saying that it will take you a minimum of 10 years before you get your ILR. So even if you get a certificate of sponsorship directly from Nigeria, when you get to the UK, you still have to spend an additional 5 years plus what you are intending to spend before you get your indefinite leave to remain. And I asked myself, like, should anyone actually have to spend that length of time before they can get citizenship of a country? Well, I would just say that if this was the end, if we know that, okay, I'm always referring to Kemi Badenoch, what the Prime Minister is saying is going to be the end, like, okay, it's going to be 10 years, so I know it's 10 years, and then the thing is, the immigration rule in the UK changes like the weather. Someone comes today and says 10 years. Nigel Farage, the leader of the Reform Party in the UK, has policies that are even worse than Kemi Badenoch's policy, which is worse than Keir Starmer's policy. Within these 10 years that they are proposing, there is no guarantee that Nigel Farage will not come and change some of this rule, or maybe somebody else will come and change some of this rule, either for the good or for bad. My question is, why should anybody's future be dependent on the constant change in immigration system? See, let me just tell you, if you don't understand what I'm saying, in 1980, I don't know the exact time, but I know that they stopped citizenship by birth, I think in 1981 in the UK. So prior to that, any child that was born in the UK has citizenship by birth. Like, you born the child, you give birth to the child now, and the child automatically becomes a British citizen. And they woke up one day and changed the rule. Guess what they changed it to? Any child that is born in the UK now must stay 7 years. So they changed it all of a sudden from 0 day, you give birth in the hospital, they give you birth certificate and that's it, to 7 years. So if you are still in doubt that, it's not possible for them to double it, it is possible for them to triple it. And that is just the truth. It is their country. They can do whatever they like with their country. And that brings me to your own life is in your own hands. So as they can do what they like with their country, you can do whatever you like with your life. Please do not feel trapped that you are in the UK. There are other countries that you can go to. If you are not comfortable with the constant changes in the immigration system in the UK, if your goal is to get your citizenship as quickly as possible, you give yourself another chance. Explore other opportunities. Don't be deceived by what people are saying on YouTube or what you are reading on blogs. Go to the website of this country. Actually call people in these countries and get first-hand information. They say there is no job in some of these countries. Have you called your friends in those countries? What are they saying concerning jobs? What did they do? Why are they not getting jobs? They've gotten jobs. How did they get their jobs? If your aim is to come to a country and get a job and just keep working, then you are better off going to places like Dubai or Saudi Arabia, because you are there to make money tax-free, and then you go back to your country. After 15 years, you keep renewing your visa. But if you're in the UK and your goal is to get your residency at the end of the day, and you're not sure because tomorrow somebody else will come and change this immigration rule, I think it's better that you give yourself another chance. See, the fact that most people are in the UK doesn't mean that if you feel like me, I was in the UK for 2 years, and the honest truth is one of the reasons why we left the UK was because of this unsettlement in their immigration system. Like, you have the skill, you have the competence, you have everything it takes, but the first thing an employer will ask you is, what is your visa status? And immediately they know that, you're on a visa that is not settled, they start drawing back in their recruitment process. If you are not bothered about the number of years it will take you to get your ILR, indefinite leave to remain, then you can remain in the UK as long as it takes, even if it's 20 years. But if you're not comfortable, if it's disturbing your mental health, if it is making your life miserable, if you're thinking about it constantly, you can make a change. You are not trapped. So in my next videos, I'll be talking about my own experience or how I got my permanent residency to come to Canada from the UK, and how it's something that you can do, and other things that other people have done for them to move from the UK or from other countries that are not giving them what they want to places where they feel like they are going to achieve the goal of why they left their home country. If you are seeing my face for the first time, my name is Titilayo. This channel is BMB, and I am begging you, subscribe to my channel. Please share this video with your friends and your family that are in the UK. Tell them they are not trapped in the UK. Now that they've said 10 years is enough time for you to plan to go to that place where you flourish. The UK is a beautiful country, but I'm saying you can give yourself another chance. You can give yourself other choices, and then at the end of the day, you can choose to stay or choose to leave. But don't get yourself trapped in a system that you don't feel like you are thriving in that country, and you don't feel like you're going towards your eventual goal. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you're in the UK, or if you've moved to the UK, to Canada, please, or to any other country. Tell us how you are doing in that country. Let's have a discussion in the comment section. And guys, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.